Maybe you've noticed how many service animals are traveling for free with their humans on airplane flights these days. Critics say the system is ripe for abuse. Full Measure contributing correspondent Joce Sterman shows what happened when she put it to the test by trying to register a rather unique animal.
For Chris Tegler, his dog Roxy is more than just a companion.
So she's pretty essential for you to getting around and...
Yeah, she has taught me patience with myself. I've taught her some things.
Tegler is not talking about tricks. This dog is trained for service to work as an emotional support dog.
I've been cussed out on the bus. I've been accused of, why do you have a service dog? You're not blind.
Roxy is for the issues you can't see, namely Tegler's severe anxiety and balance issues from a stroke. To allow her to travel with him, Tegler got a certificate and a letter that makes Roxy a legitimate service dog. We discovered the process to register, though, isn't always above board.
Does this seem like a system that is ripe for fraud and abuse?
Unfortunately, it is, and the evidence tends to bear that out.
Paul Mundell is the CEO of the nonprofit Canine Companions for Independence. He's very familiar with how for-profit companies are capitalizing on shortcomings with the Federal Air Carrier Access Act. It was created by Congress in 1986 and amended in 2003 to allow people with disabilities to take support pets on planes. Since then, more animals of more types have come on board. Everything from support pigs to turkeys can now fly for free with official paperwork that anyone can easily purchase.
They're ruining this for people who have a legitimate use.
They are. It's very much analogous to, the people who park illegitimately in handicapped spots in a parking lot.
As a consequence, some people game the system to let their pets fly for free. They take advantage of at least two gaps in government oversight. First, a lack of screening of the companies that sell animal registrations. And second, no verification of the applicant's disability. Just how wide open are the gaps in oversight? Well, we registered this stuffed dog. We'll call him DB.
All you have to do is click here to fly with your emotional support animal. Boom, click.
We used a company called the National Service Animal Registry, which claims in published reports to sell thousands of registrations each year. The company says its services are aimed only at providing legitimately disabled persons with ID and products to minimize hassles and discrimination. The company tells customers that ordering those products does not make them legally disabled. But we found anyone can click a box and qualify by claiming any of a host of problems, including fear of flying or stress. So we sent in a picture of DB and spent $65 plus another $50 for a vest, and he was done. That came as a shock to David Williams with the Taxpayer Protection Alliance, a watchdog group that keeps an eye on government inefficiency.
But when you start accepting stuffed animals as emotional support animals, there's something wrong in the system and it needs to be fixed immediately.
And it's not just the process of buying a certificate for a stuffed dog that's at issue. It's just as easy to get yourself certified.
Wow, that's a lot of questions.
We paid $180 to Chilhowie Psychological Services of Colorado and answered 11 sets of online questions with no one to verify our answers.
I have definitely stayed in bed all day.
We talked to a licensed counselor on 2 separate calls for a total of 14 minutes, then got a message with a medical letter from the company.
I am considered emotionally and mentally disabled.
But there was something else disturbing about the letter. We discovered Chilhowie Psychological Services just happens to have the same mailing address as the National Service Animal Registry, so we could register our stuffed dog as emotionally supportive and ourselves as emotionally unstable at the same place. Both are registered to the Chilhowie Corporation, which says it doesn't disclose that relationship online, but will confirm if asked. In public filings, its official business activity is manufacturing leather motorcycle accessories.
Well, Canine Companions for Independence is among several groups that have written the Department of Justice asking for solutions to close the loophole that lets people purchase assistance dog materials to essentially violate the spirit of the law. Meanwhile, the U.S. Department of Transportation told us it is weighing a plan that would require airlines to start tracking the certificates that are submitted to carriers for those support animals. Right now, that is something that is not happening.
And track how many are stuffed and how many are real.
Absolutely.
Very
eye-opening.
eye-opening.
Track both.
Thanks, Joce. Still ahead on Full Measure, we take that roller coaster ride we like to call Campaign Incredible.
I cannot believe how civil it's been up here.
Running for president shouldn't be about delivering insults.